And this morning we welcome Warren Smith, Riding for the Disabled. Morning, Warren.
Good morning, Lindsay, and good morning, listeners.
And Warren, you've got some good news for all those involved in RDA at Marsfield.
Yes, Lindsay, on Thursday it was absolutely fabulous. The Commonwealth Bank, through their CommBank Foundation, have not only donated one cheque for $10,000, but a second cheque for $10,000. And they came from Commonwealth Bank at Carlingford and the Commonwealth Bank at Epping.
Now, just for those not in the know, I believe each of the Commonwealth Bank branches across Australia are able to donate a $10,000 cheque and to an organisation of the employee's choice. And it just so happens that RDA was the recipient of two of those cheques.
Yes, it was actually through the Eastwood branch. I was talking to their branch manager. She took a particular interest in the Riding for Disabled. We fitted the criteria because it needed to be under 21 years of age where it was an education, and we had the bonus that we are helping disabled, mainly children, at this centre. So the staff at Epping and Carlingford branches, they heard about our organisation, and so they had meetings with their staff who were very supportive and wanted to help our local community.
Well, just to give us an idea, how many horses do you have at RDA?
So currently we've got 6 permanent horses and 1 that's on trial, so that's 7. Each of those horses costs about $5,000 to run, plus we've got overheads of about $25,000. So we're looking at about $60,000 that we need to keep this centre running. We're totally run by volunteers, 100%. So we rely on the community helping us. And so Commonwealth Bank have risen to the occasion and made a significant contribution.
Well, at $5,000 a horse per year, and they've given you $20,000, that means 4 of the horses are looked after for the rest of the year.
Yes, that's right. And we already actually had 2 horses that were sponsored by people that they want to be anonymous. But it's so that means that 6 of our horses now are well looked after.
How many days a week do you operate?
So sadly, only 4 days a week we currently run, and that is because we need more volunteers to come along and help. So if there's anyone out there that likes to work with horses and disabled people, you'll learn lots of new skills. You'll get exercise. We've got a covered arena. And 7 wonderful horses, wonderful volunteers. So if you've ever thought of coming along and helping, it's all types of skill sets and come along and help us.
So you don't necessarily have to be good with horses to help out at RDA. What sort of volunteering roles do you have?
Look, Lindsay, I wouldn't know the front from the back end of a horse, but my wife does. She's passionate about horses, so I can help out administratively. Talking to people like the listeners today to spread the good word of this work, because anyone that comes along and sees this program can see firsthand what great work we are doing. We're helping the disabled to focus on their abilities, that we help them physically, educationally and socially. It's an absolutely wonderful program.
I just noticed, for example, that you've got a sign out there that needs calling for volunteers for mowing and gardening.
Yes, the part of our group, we are on a large piece of real estate here, and there's beautiful gardens and lots and lots of lawn, and that all needs to be cared for. And so even if you don't know anything about horses, you can still come along and join our gardening gang, which is an offshoot of that and help with their beautiful gardens. And this is all open to the public, so you can walk through here and enjoy this any time of the day that you want.
So maybe it's worthwhile just coming along to RDA in Culloden Road, Marsfield, and having a look around the grounds, and perhaps that way you can contemplate volunteering.
Yes, and we've got 3 lovely origami horses that out the front. But
they're not eating the grass down, are they, Warren?
No, and we don't have to shovel up after them. But and I'd also invite people to drive by at night because they're beautifully lit up, and it's a beautiful feature of Riding for Disabled, which helps us blend into the community and raise that awareness that we desperately need.
If anybody's interested in helping out at RDA, either volunteering or perhaps even sponsoring another horse, how do they go about contacting you?
Probably the best way is that we have a website. So it's if you just do a search for RDA Ride, we have a website there, and you can contact us, and they'll put you in contact with it. You're a rider or a volunteer, and you'll be followed up with. Remembering that we're 100% volunteers.
All right, Warren Smith of Riding for the Disabled of Marsfield, thank you very much.
And happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
Thank you, Warren.